Heidi Mottram CBE is Chief Executive of Northumbrian Water. Born in Leeds, Heidi attended the University of Hull, where she obtained a BSc Honours in Geography. After graduating, she had hoped to study a postgraduate course which would lead to a job as a national park ranger. However, a lack of funding prompted her to apply for a job at British Rail. After joining British Rail in 1986 as a management trainee, Heidi worked her way up through a variety of roles in the rail industry, eventually becoming Managing Director of Northern Rail. She was awarded an OBE in the 2010 New Year's Honours List for services to the rail industry, and a CBE in Her Majesty the Queen's Birthday Honours this year for services to the water industry and the business community. In 2010, Heidi joined Northumbrian Water, becoming the first woman to take up the role of Chief Executive in any major water company. Under her leadership, the Northumbrian Water Group has become one of the leading water companies, achieving the Queen's Anniversary Award for Enterprise in the category of Sustainable Development in 2014, and twice holding the accolade of UK Utility Company of the Year. It has also been the only water company on the world's most ethical companies list 7 years in a row. Regarded as an inspirational leader, Heidi is often commended for engaging with and empowering her staff. The Tell Heidi initiative she ran at Northern Rail has been widely copied, and she has been awarded numerous accolades for her leadership, including Rail Business Manager of the Year in 2009. Heidi has been chair of the North East CBI Council and a member of the government's Green Economy Council. As vice chair of the North East LEP and board member of the Kielder Water and Forest Park Development, Heidi played a leading role in the region. Her commitment and significant contribution to business and the community were recognised in 2016 when she was selected as the Prince of Wales Business Ambassador to the North East and was also named North East Business Executive of the Year. Despite her busy schedule, Heidi still finds time to support events such as Teesside University's International Women's Day, where she inspired students and the local community alike. Chancellor, I present to you Heidi Mottram to receive the degree of Doctor of Business Administration, honoris causa.
Heidi, by the authority of the University, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Business Administration, honoris causa.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, can I begin by expressing my very huge gratitude to Teesside University for conferring this honour on me. When I received the letter from your Vice-Chancellor, Paul Croney, I must admit I had two instant thoughts. Firstly, that I am incredibly lucky to have the huge privilege of leading a company like Northumbrian Water, and that this award in many ways is reflection on what all of us do together as a team. And secondly, I thought, I wonder if they'll want me to stand up and say something inspirational and motivating to the graduates. It's quite a daunting prospect. There's a lot of you out there. So I tried to do a little bit of research, and I must admit I found a fantastic example of one gentleman who, on receiving an honorary degree from the university where he had studied, chose to stand up, say it's hot, which it definitely is, the pubs are open, and then just sat down. Well, it's certainly hot, as I say, but perhaps it's a little bit early for hitting the pubs just now, so I'll try my very best to do a little bit of inspiring and motivating. So many years ago, I was sitting just where you are, graduating with a degree in geography from the University of Hull. It wasn't at all where I'd expected to be. I was the first in my family to go to university, and not many from my school had gone either. My dad, who's with me today, had often joked that his school had labelled him officially thick, which is anything but. And I'm delighted, as I said, that he's here with me, my husband Tim, and my children Johnny and Beth. I have to say it's a particularly poignant moment for us because my mum was supposed to be here too, and she recently passed away. But I know how proud she would have been of me, so thanks, Mum. I'm very, very grateful for their support and everything that they've done for me, encouraging me in my working life. For me, going to university was absolutely transformational, and I believe that education is transformational. Through my studies, I learned to open my mind, listen to opinions, research for evidence and facts, and form my own views based on those evidence and facts. I think the skills of critical thinking, inquiry, and constant curiosity have stayed with me all my life and have served me well through my different roles in the industries that I've worked in. And I must say, I believe in this world of post-truth and fake news, it's even more critical that universities and their students remain steadfast to the beacons of the constant search for facts and truth. At university, I grew in confidence, I met new people, I joined in fully with the clubs and the university's social life. I grabbed as many experiences as I could, and I was generally up for it. Your university encourages you in the same way to be bold, be immersed, be transformed, be Teesside, and to live by deeds, not words. I hope that you've made the most of every opportunity during your time at this fantastic university, as I did at mine. I know how hard you've worked, how often the battle between library and liberty has been your dilemma, but today all that hard work has paid off. And with the support of your friends and your family, today is your day to celebrate your success, and I absolutely applaud you for that. Who knows where your path will take you, but it's an exciting path for you to embark on, and all of you will make, and all will make a difference to your future. Remember to be bold, to stay alive to opportunity, and continue to be curious. Education is a joy and a pleasure, and none of us should ever stop learning and absorbing knowledge all through our lives. You may not yet know what your career path looks like, and believe me, that's okay, that's normal. As we heard, I entered university with a dream to be a national park ranger, but instead my journey took me through a fantastic career in the railway industry that began with coupling trains together and winding points, and gave me the once-in-a-lifetime experience of designing a train. I ended as managing director of Northern Rail, the largest rail operator in the UK. And for the past 8 years, I've had the huge privilege of leading Northumbrian Water, a company that helps drive the economy of the North East, has been named the most ethical water company in the world and the most trusted in the UK. And in case you didn't know, the only company in the UK that turns 100% of sewage into renewable energy, power from poo. So thank you for your contributions during your time here. My business is intrinsically linked to the environment, and we're custodians of the whole water cycle. How we take it, treat it, and return it to the environment in a way that protects and enhances our surroundings is at the core of what we do. I guess in some ways I've been able to achieve my park ranger dream of caring for the environment on a scale and in a way that I never imagined when I left university. I've been a really, really lucky person. With the support of my family and my team, I've had a fantastic career and some amazing experiences. But now it's your turn to fly. You've worked hard for your degree. So go now, Make some mistakes, break some rules, be up for it. Work harder than the next person, but most of all, make sure that the world is just that little bit more interesting because you're in it. Thank you very much.